What's up, everybody? It is Daryl Woods with the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast, where we help you make everyday progress. Progress towards your goals, progress towards your dreams, progress towards every single thing that you want. And today we're doing a 10-minute deep dive. We're doing a 10-minute deep dive on the five daily focuses that'll help you to obliterate, to completely destroy your productivity, your daily productivity. And not just your productivity, but your happiness, your fulfillment. Because I believe that what you produce in life is much more than money, is much more than status. Really, what we want to produce in life is happiness and fulfillment. And hello, Deanna. Good to see you on. Thank you for joining. But we got an awesome show ahead of you. Tune in. Stay tuned. Let's get it. So to start off, I'm going to start off actually with a clip. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, highly recommend you follow me. I do post some good content, y'all, okay? I got to say it. But I posted a video recently on really just the power of focus and the focus that we have in life. And I'm going to play that clip, and really the entire day today, we're going to be based off that clip. And it's funny, it's entertaining, but it has some awesome lessons that we're going to draw from for today. So I'm going to play this clip, and we're going to get right into it.
Man, is this fat on my eyebrows? Man, no matter what I do, I just keep getting fatter and fatter. Man, what the? Man, I ain't even eat anything. I just got fatter. Oh my God. What is going on? Am I possessed by fat? Honey, come here. Call 911.
What is it?
I said come here. This is serious. I'm possessed by fat.
What? Daryl, I don't have time to play games with you. Stop eating sugar and go to the gym.
Man, I've been to the gym. And every time I'm there, I just feel fat.
Oh my God, what do you want? Dang!
So again, that just a funny observation about life. And obviously it doesn't happen that way, but really the point of the video is that what you focus on tends to expand. What you focus on expands. So in that video, he kept saying, man, I keep getting fatter and fatter. Now you probably saying, well, he's not focused on it. Yeah, he's focused on it. He's talking about it. He's that's the thing that's consuming him. The thing that he can't stop thinking about is him getting fatter and fatter. And that this principle works in every direction, right? You could be saying, man, no matter what I do, I just feel like keep getting broker and broker. Or man, I don't know no matter what I do, I just keep getting sadder and sadder. And really what it is your focus. What you focus on tends to expand. Now, when I say expand, you got to think about it like this, because sometimes you can hear these types of terms and you don't really know what it means. So it can be a little confusing when you think about it. But what you focus on tends to take territory in your mind. It tends to take territory in your mind. And whatever takes territory in your mind is going to determine your actions, is going to determine your feelings, is going to determine, most importantly, what you believe. And you're going to act out exactly what you believe, exactly what you feel, and exactly what you think. So when I say that what you focus on tends to expand, it's not this magical thing or this magical thing that's going to happen. What I'm saying is it's going to take up your mind. It's going to determine your focus. It's going to determine your beliefs, and it's going to determine your actions. If you agree with that, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know. But I'm going to get into the 5 daily focuses, the 5 daily focuses that will absolutely shift your life. It'll shift your life. If you take these 5 focuses and you master these focuses, I can guarantee you that you will see a night and day difference in your life. Now, when you think about focus, right, you got to think about a magnifying glass. You know, the magnifying glass is one of those things that, it focuses, right? Whatever you put this magnifying glass over, it's going to focus on it, right? No matter what happens, it's going to expand the image that's in front of it. No matter, I can put it on an orange, I can put it on my face, I can put it on anything. And no matter what I put this magnifying glass on, this is a small magnifying glass, by the way, but no matter what I put it on, it's going to expand the picture. It's going to expand the focus. It's going to expand whatever it's on. So likewise in life, whatever you put your focus on is going to expand in your life. It's going to produce more of it in your life. It's going to produce more. It's a cycle, right? What you focus on determines your beliefs, determines your thoughts, determines your actions, which creates even more things that you're going to focus on. So it can be hard to get ourselves out of certain situations simply because it has our focus. It has our focus. It captivates us. It speaks to us, and it has every single thing about us in it, and then it's hard to deviate away from it. Like for instance, if you want to lose weight, or let's say that you wanted to make more money, or let's say you wanted to have business success, no matter what that is, what happens is you want to focus on that, but the opposite has your focus. And then it's consuming you, it's drawing you to it, and then it's creating more and more of that in your life. So again, today I'm going to give you the 5 daily focus that's going to help you shift that. That's going to help you shift in a positive direction where you can determine a positive result in your life. So let's get into these. I'm super excited. And this is a 10-minute deep dive, so it's going to be quick. So I'm going to get right into it. And the first of the 5 daily focuses is what I call your first focus. Your first focus. Your first focus is simply the thing that you focus on first, okay? What is that thing, like when you wake up in the morning, what are you first? Like what is the first thing the first things first? What is that first thing that you're focused on? Because what happens is, unfortunately, we wake up in the morning, we check our phone, we watch the news, and they're talking about COVID. They're talking about all the negative political things that's going on. These many people have caught COVID this year, and you know we go through our phone and we're looking at other people, or we're going through our phone and we just see someone got that passed away that we love, or someone's sick or something like that, right? And I'm not saying ignore these things, but when it comes to your first focus, you want to make sure your first focus is on positive things. If you master your first focus, you'll learn how to master the rest of your day. It's kind of like a bow and arrow. Like when you wake up in the morning, imagine like you're pulling back that bow and arrow and you're letting it go into your day. Now you can be pointing that bow and arrow down. Like when you start off and you start off negative and you focus on negative things. Unfortunately, what you're doing is you're putting your first focus on negative things, and it's going to produce more and more negative things in your day. So when it comes to focus, one of the most important focuses that you want to master is your first focus. Master that first focus. Master it so that when you wake up, you're focused on positive things. Focus, I don't know what that is for you, right? You want to meditate, it can be meditation. It can be focusing on the Bible. It can be focused on a positive book that you want to read. It can be focusing on your dreams, your goals, your vision. It can be a lot of different things, but the key thing is you want to make sure you master that first focus. Now, I say the word mastery, right? Life, in my opinion, is all about mastery. If you want to master your life, you have to master your day. And it does take mastery. And mastery means repetition. It means practicing it. So my challenge to you is tomorrow morning, like determine what's that first focus for you and make that your ultimatum. Like say, this is what I'm going to be focused on in the morning, no matter what. All right, so let's go into the next one. The next of the first of the 5 daily focuses, the next one, number 2, is what I call your work focus. Now, all of us want to create more in life. We want to do more. We want to become more. We want to create better results in our work. But unfortunately, we don't focus on our work, right? I know it sounds counterintuitive. Like when you think about work, you say, I'm going to work, or you're working on something. But really, are you really working on it? Are you really working? Are you really focused on your work? Like if we, like not just you, if we were to add up the amount of time we actually focused on our work, like it's probably 1 or 2 hours on a good day, right? Now I'm not saying you went to work and you clocked in for 8 hours, or if you have a business where you had a couple of conversations and that was work. No, I'm talking about like really intentionally focusing on your work. Like if you don't have time in your day where you're focused on your work, unfortunately, your career, your job, whatever it is that you do is not going to go to the next level. So I always recommend at least having a good 90 minutes of this focus work, I call it. This focus work where you really just focus on your work, focus on how you want to expand, how you want to build, whatever it is that you do, focusing on that work. Now, I know it sounds easy, right? But we got things out there. We got distractions. We got our phone. We got different people that distract us. We got all this different things. So I know it sounds easy, but what they say is what Jim Rohn said this: what's easy to do is also easy not to do. So I would say, look, yes, you want to have that work focus. You want to have that 90 minutes that you carve out, but you want to make sure you are intentional about it. You got to be intentional about it every single day. So let's go to the third focus. The third focus is focus number 3, and this is your thought focus. First of all, how y'all feeling? Are y'all enjoying this? It sounds good to me, but let me know how I'm doing, y'all. All right, so the next one is your thought focus. Your thought focus is literally, what are you thinking about on a daily basis? Like, it's crazy what happens in our day. We're thinking about crap a lot of times. And I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about me, right? Sometimes you can go throughout your day and you think about crap, man. And then you wondering, why are we creating negative things in life when all day you're focused on negative thoughts. And those thoughts are negative thoughts about yourself, negative thoughts about whatever it is, negative thoughts about your family, negative thoughts about people, negative thoughts about your work, all these negative thoughts are going on in your mind, and it's like consuming you. And these negative thoughts produce negative results in your life. So what you want to do is you want to master your thought focus. I know it sounds weird, thought focus, but you have thoughts and you're focused on those thoughts. So you want to master your thought focus. You want to focus on positive things. Now, what happens is y'all heard this content before in some shape or form, right? We've all heard this. We know that we throughout our day we probably should, be a little bit more positive and think a little bit more positive, right? We all know this. Like this is not nothing new. It sounds good when you hear it again. Like, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna think right. I'm gonna think positive, right? So it obviously takes a mastery, right? So when I talk about this, I'm not saying that it's easy. What's easy to do is easy not to do. But I'm saying this as a challenge. Like, I challenge you tomorrow, take control of your thought focus. Don't focus on negative things. Like, and I know that the big thing that we got going on right now is COVID, right? And it's hard to talk about this because there are facts about COVID, right? There's facts about COVID that you can't deny, right? However, if you focus on there's facts of like people act like this is the first year people died. I apologize to be so callous. I know people act like this is the first time people got sick. Like, people been getting sick for forever. Okay, what's happened is it has the entire world's focus, and unfortunately, that focus is creating fear. It's creating negative thoughts. It's creating panic. Right. So the challenge for us is it's not to ignore it. I'm not saying don't be safe, but I'm saying, look, I'm not going to let this to dominate my focus. I'm not going to let this steer me away from my dreams, steer me away from everything that I want, because there's a quote that's out there. I think it's I forget who says, but it's fear fear allowed is faith contaminated, something like that. Like, the point is, if you allow fear in your system, it don't matter what it is. If that fear is in your system, it's going to contaminate your beliefs. It's going to contaminate your dreams. It's going to contaminate all the positive things that you want to create in life. No matter what that fear is from, no matter what it's from, it's going to contaminate the positive things that you want to create in your life. So the goal is, don't ignore the negative. Well, actually, I'm going to say, just ignore it. I'm going to leave it there. Just ignore it. Ignore all the negative things that people are trying to sell to you. Just ignore it and focus. You control your focus. You can determine what you're going to. I'm going to move on because I'm rambling. All right, moving on. Number 4, the daily focus is number 4, your last focus. Your last focus. I'll talk about having control of your first focus. The next one is your last focus. So the first focus is the first thing that you focus on when you wake up in the morning. Your last focus is obviously it's the last thing that you focus on when you go to sleep. So both of them are super important, because what happens is we end our day, and a lot of times we either watching TV or we're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, or we get to a state where we're worried and or whatever it is, right? And we go to sleep on that. And when we go to sleep, like, there's a spiritual aspect of that I'm not an expert on, but it's some deep stuff, right? You don't want to be going to sleep on negative things. You don't want to go to sleep where you're thinking about negative things. It's all it's going to do, your mind is going to go to work on it. It's going to try to produce even more of that in your life. So your last focus is super important. And just to give you something tangible that you can do to control your last focus, right before you go to sleep, you can take some time to read something positive. You can write down something positive, write down some things that you're grateful for. There's a lot of different things you can do to steer your focus in the right place. But you just got to make sure you master that last focus, the last thing that you focused on throughout your day. But we're going to go to the last thing. And I was hesitant to put this last one in here. And there's a lot of different focuses that I could have put in here. Like we could have talked about the relationship focus, right? Relationship focus is obviously the relationships that you focus on in your life. But I got to thinking, I was like, man, I could put that in there, but I think that really, if you're focused on positive things, if you're your first focus, your last focus, and the next folks I'm gonna talk about, if all those are intact, I don't even gotta tell you to have good relationships. Like you'll just naturally steer to people that are in the same vein as you. So if you got negative friends, all right, moving forward. All right, here's the last focus. Last focus, y'all. Last focus, and the last focus is what I call your God focus. Obviously, I didn't invent this, y'all. You can. A lot of people will say this, but I'm gonna say it hopefully in a different way. And again, I hesitated to put this in here. One, because there's a lot of different focuses I could put in here. But everybody doesn't believe in God. I understand that. However, I do encourage you to believe in God. There's a God out there. But just I found in my life, I couldn't be authentic if I didn't tell you this last focus, which is your God focus. I wouldn't be authentic if I didn't tell you this last one. So I'm gonna be myself, and I'm gonna tell you this last one, and it's your God focus. And your God focus is throughout your day, how focused are you on God? There's a quote in the Bible. It says, "I will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on me." Now, some people don't be having perfect peace. So you got to think like, what's your what do you focus on? So like God didn't lie when he said that. He said, "I will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on me." And your mind staying on God is really just you focusing on God. So as you go throughout your day, if you lose your focus off of God, naturally what's going to come is you're going to lose your peace. So, and it's in the other way around. If you're focused on God, right? You focus like you're just thinking about him. I'm not saying be religious about it. I'm saying you just going throughout your day and you're saying, "Thank you, God. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for everything that you're doing." It says, "In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your paths." So yes, you want to have time in your day, all throughout your day. Take some time to focus on God. Focus on him. It says, "Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things have a good report, focus on these things and focus on God." And I guarantee you, you're going to produce peace in life. Now you can still be successful, right? You can still have I won't even say successful. You can still accumulate things in life, right? But when it comes to peace, like true peace, in my opinion, true joy, true happiness, it comes from your focus on God. It comes from your focus on God. So I encourage you, if you're a Christian, if you're whatever you call yourself, take time to focus on God. For me, it's the God of the Bible, Jesus Christ, right? So I make sure throughout my day, and I don't do it perfectly every day, and I can tell the results. Like you got to be real with yourself, y'all. Like when you feel a certain way, there's a reason. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Like if you're starting to feel a certain, like you're feeling anxious, you're feeling bad about yourself, you're feeling anything like that, it's because you lost your focus. Just get back on focus. Get back on focus, and he's always there for you. So, but this was a 10-minute deep dive. I think I went way over 10 minutes, but I'm grateful that you all joined. I'm gonna wait just for a few minutes. Put some questions in the chat if you have any questions. Last time I jumped right off, and somebody put a question in the chat right before I jumped off. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Put some questions in the chat. In the meantime, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what we should talk about. We'll talk a little bit more about focus on God. But you gotta put some questions in there. Come on. Questions. When it comes to focus on God, one thing that comes to mind, like your focus on God puts everything into perspective. I think that one of the reasons why you can get filled with fear, and be manipulated, because when you look at everything that's going on right now, and this is just personal opinion, I think that it's a lot of manipulation been going on. Now, you can say that, is it intentional manipulation? I don't know. That's up for debate. However, there's information that's being put out to cause you to do a certain action, and it's causing you to do have a certain feeling, and it's causing you to have a certain belief. So when it comes to your focus on God, you want to make sure that you ignore again those negative things and focus on him. So there's no question. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing. It's been real. This has been the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys next time. Peace.